Hello, so this is an exam question. I just want you to see how I'm going to answer it. So even as I teach you this, make sure that you follow it clearly and attentively. So the question is saying, Figure 4.0 shows feeding relationship of organisms in an ecosystem. So if you are watching this video using your phone in portrait, you might not be able to see these words because they are too small. So make sure you turn it so that it should be in landscape where you are able to see. So have you seen this thing that is here? This is what we get to call a food web. So the way it is a food web. When we talk of a food chain is supposed to be straight like that. So this is how it is supposed to be. This is a what? This is a food web. Now, we understand that this is grass, then the same grass being eaten by what? Grasshopper and mice there. Then you discover that the mice can be eaten by a snake. Have you seen? So this is how it is going. And a snake can also eat a what? A grasshopper. Then we get to have that thing on top there. So this is how this web is. So you discover that we are able to understand that plants, when we talk of what? When we talk of plants, you discover that plants are the producers. But in this case, where is it starting from? It is starting from what? It is starting from grass. So the question that is here, which of the named organisms represents a producer? So the producer in this case, what we are going to say, the answer is as what? Grass. So this is the answer there. You are done. We proceed now to this question. A primary consumer. So a primary consumer is that thing that gets to follow after the what? That follows after the producers. If I remember very well, especially those of you under my online lessons, I remember telling you to say yesterday when we were doing this, I told you to say that the primary or the principal source of energy for ecosystem is the sun. So you discover that the sun is captured by green plants by the process called what? A process involving the process to do with photosynthesis. That is what I told you. So you discover that animals that feed on plants are called primary consumers. So in this case, so this one and that one, these are the what? Primary consumers. So you put mice there like this, and what? And we also have the grasshopper. So I say grasshopper. So these are the what? These are the answers. I'm done with that. Then I move to this next question that is here. What is the primary source of energy in figure 4.0 above? In this diagram, this is called a food web. In this food web, which one is the primary what? Primary source of energy? So remember, the principal source of energy in ecosystem is the sun, isn't it? But in this case, we are starting with this one that is here. So we are going to say that the answer is just what? Grass. So this is how it is supposed to be. Then I proceed to the next question. I guess you are able to see this and you are able to see where you were able to make some mistakes. They're telling you to say, state the form in which energy flows from one trophic level to the other. So energy gets to flow from one trophic level to the other. So that form is what we get to call the what? The chemical energy. It is called the chemical what? It is called the chemical energy. So this is the form in which energy flows from one trophic level to the other. We proceed now to the next question that is here. The question is telling us to say explain what happens to the energy named, meaning the chemical energy, as it passes from one trophic level to the next. So you discover that as energy is moving at every stage, for example, if per first it was 15, to the next stage it is going to reduce. So you discover that as it gets to a move from one trophic level to the other, you discover that the amount of what you say that the amount, so this is what you are going to say, the amount of what you say that the amount of energy. So I'm going to say that the amount of what, the amount of energy at what, the amount of energy at each trophic level decreases. At each trophic what, at each trophic level decreases. So this is just the answer, decreases. You understand that as it moves through an eco system. So this is it. We proceed now to this question that is here. The question is saying, so I'm just giving you answers here. This question is saying, identify two organisms in the figure above there which are both secondary consumers and tertiary consumers. So they want us to identify organisms that are both what, secondary consumers and what, tertiary. So we look at the food web here. This is a food web that we are given. So you discover that when we talk of a secondary, so it should start from the producer, primary, then secondary. So this is the what? This is the producer, isn't it? So we've got producer there. So this is the primary. Have you seen? That is the what? That is the primary. Then that is that one there. This is the what? The secondary. So if I go this way, so meaning this is the producer, this is the what? This one that is there. This is the primary, then that is the secondary. If I move this way, from here to there, then this one that is there is also the what? The snake there. Have you seen the snake that is there? Is this is the what? This is this secondary. Have you seen? It is the secondary. If I proceed up to there, I reach tertiary. So obviously producer, primary, secondary, tertiary. If I move from here, I say producer, primary. Have you seen primary? From there, primary, I go there. Snake, I reach the snake. So producer, primary, secondary. Have you seen this one that is here, secondary? It is also going there. But if I move like this, from here, have you seen this one that was secondary is going to be tertiary. So from here, this is producer, primary, secondary, tertiary. Have you seen? So the same one that was secondary, it is now tertiary. And if I move from here, there up to there, it's called that this one now is secondary. But if I move like this, and go there, it becomes tertiary. So what we are just having in this case, the answer to this particular question, we just say it is an what? And we say the arc, that one there, and we also put the what? The snake. So this is it. This is these are the answers. Then we go to the last question now. The question is telling us to say, using what named organisms in the figure above there, we are told now to construct the longest food chain. They want a food chain now. So we are having this. This is what we are having. Have you seen? How is the food chain now are going to be? So a food chain, the way things are supposed to be followed. So I guess you've seen this. So it is from grass, which is eaten by grasshopper. Grasshopper, we've got mice. Mice, we've got snake. Snake, then we've got an auk at the last there. So this is how it is going to be followed. So this is how it is supposed to be. Have you seen? Those of you that are looking for tuitions, you can contact me on my number, which is 0971 066747. So this is my number. You can contact me on this particular number. I'll be able to add you to the group We offer tuitions at an affordable fee. So this is my number. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to share it even to your friends. This is a public video. So the way it is supposed to be, I've told you, I start with what? I start with the grass, which is eaten by what? Eaten by grasshopper. So I say grass what? Grasshopper. I say grasshopper. From grasshopper there, I go to what? I go to mice. Then mice, I go to this one. Then finally, so it is supposed to be in a straight line like this. So it is just a continuation. So the last one from here, I've written like this due to space here. So it is a food chain. So it is just supposed to be like that. Then I'm done. So this is how it is supposed to be. You are done. So these are the answers that I wanted from you. I'm yet to mark the work. For those of you under my online lessons, I'll mark. And I guess you've revised through. I'll share another exercise. I see how you are going to perform. Thank you so much.